Good evening, good evening. Hey, you're in the dark? What's going on?
I'm in my car. No, I'm in my car. I don't know. Can you see?
Yeah. Yeah, got
Yeah.
ya, got ya.
It's
Good
in my car at
evening,
the
and
moment.
no,
So,
it's cool. It's cool. Relaxed settings. There's no
always.
pressure.
Yeah.
Good evening to everyone that's joined the live October Red Boxing. We're here with BOXXER Sky Sports Debutant Heavyweight Jaemie TKV. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on live, man. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you coming on. I guess it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind for you, and everybody is going to be literally running you down for interviews. So I thought, let me slide in there quick. Let me get to it
Early.
quick before the rush starts.
Yeah. It's already started,
Early,
you know.
got to get
I
in
did
there
2
early.
interviews earlier on today, and there's more to come.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so you're the third interview. Yeah, you're the third
Oh,
interview
nice
today.
one. So you must be proper worn out, talking about the same old stuff. I've purposely not watched any of your other interviews. Oh, your connection's gone. These outside settings. Have we lost him? Guys, please feel free to put some stuff in the chat. I don't know if it's me that's froze or if it's Jaemie. I'm going to try and invite him again. Hey, Ade, good evening. Have I froze or is it Jaemie? Let's try him again. Try and get him back in. And we'll see where this goes. You
Yeah, I
back?
don't know what happened there.
I'm going to blame you because you're outside and I'm inside connected to Wi-Fi.
It's
So
true. It's true.
I'm going to
true.
back my connection.
Yeah, it probably is me.
So what are you saying? You've had what, 2 interviews already today, and I'm number 3.
Yeah, you're number 3 today, so it's been busy and it's only gonna get busier. So
It's one of them. Well, let's get
cool.
cracking then. There's so many things that I want to talk to you about. Like I said, I've purposely not watched any of your interviews because I want to get a feel for you, and I want our listeners to get a feel for you. I'm slightly unorthodox. I don't tend to do things how everybody else does it. So this is your stage. This is for you. I want you to introduce yourself properly and let us know a little bit about you, your amateur career, and why turn pro.
So my name is Jaemie TKV. That's the name I'm going with professionally, and I've had a lot of experience as an amateur, but now turning pro because I feel like this is the right time. The market is open for an opportunity, especially for the heavyweight division. So I thought, you know what? Do you know? It was a plan for many years, not too long. I would say 2 years of turning pro, but the pandemic as well, including the pandemic, is stalling. But now it is the right time and the opportunity came, and it's the best opportunity anyone can get. So I'm happy with my choices.
And when you talk about, obviously, your amateur experience, 72 bouts, right?
Yeah.
I got that right. I heard that you were Southern area.
Well, yeah, Southern area and English title holder as well. Yeah.
Okay. I have asked someone about you. Like I said, I've avoided the interviews, but I spoke to someone that's on the amateur scene and that spoke extremely highly of you and said that you're a good fighter. So I said, all right, leave it there. That's all I need to know. Because you get a lot of fighters, you know, people turn over all the time. You've had 72 bouts. You understand boxing.
Yeah.
And no doubt you would have sat home and saw some fighters and thought, what? He's gone again. You got to get in the house.
Say that. Now I'm back. Yeah. You know what?
Like I said, with your experience, yeah, I can now, but you keep cutting. Are you not allowed inside? This reception's nuts. Guys, if you've got any questions, throw them in. I'm going to keep on trying to get him back in. He really needs to get indoors and get his Wi-Fi sorted. We can't keep doing this. But get your questions in. Don't be a stranger with the connection. Let's have a look. I'm going to try it again.
So I'm just heading in now, heading in.
I'm scared this is going to go again. Somebody just put that Congolese connection
Yeah.
in, bad boy.
Oh, wait, 1 second. 1 second.
This is the Oliver. Yeah, got your number.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of the chats while you're settling in there. Let's have a look. Congolese connection again. The rinsing you on here. TKV King God 16. Do some shout outs to the people that are on here. Linus Udolphia, big up yourself. Dazza Boy, Sad 9772, Marley 300, King Gods, Dan W. There's going to be a few people on here that I don't know that you will. Neeks London joined. Lamar Griggs, Stu Prince, Gloria, Jay Hughes. There's going to be a few on here.
Yeah.
TKV.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's basically my last name shortened. The reason why I shortened it is because my name Chikiva, that was a different person. I feel like I've improved and become a different person in general, and that is TKV. So Chikiva and TKV for me are two different people. So that's how I'm going with it.
Like a kind of like an alter ego thing.
Yes, in a way, yeah.
So when you say like evolved into a different person, elaborate a bit on that.
It's just that I've, in a way, grown mentally. Because I don't know. I feel like I've improved in my boxing as well, and I've grown mentally, and I just feel different. If you get what I'm saying, that's the best way I could explain it. But definitely, I'm different from Chikiva. TKV is someone else, and he's going to be a different animal in the ring.
It's interesting because you mentioned like a evolution. What flipped the switch?
You know what? I feel like I wasn't satisfied with how my amateur career ended, so I felt like I needed a bit of a change, and I kind of I psyched myself up and got myself into this mindset, and we're here today with this mindset. So, and I feel like I'll do better with this mindset.
I hear that. So when you talk about like the way your amateur career ended, let us know a little bit about that, because obviously I don't know your path. I don't even know how you started. This is me and you linking up and just having our first conversation.
Yeah. So I was waiting to go to the Olympics. It didn't quite work out, and it kind of stalled me for turning pro. So it kind of put me in a bad place. I wasn't happy with myself, and I wasn't happy with how it went. So I said, you know what, there needs to be a change, and this was my change. But I felt like in the amateurs, I had a lot of experience, international experience. Like most of the people that I've boxed are all professionals now. So yeah, so it's all good. Yeah.
And who have you boxed that are considered professionals now?
A lot of international boxers. You probably wouldn't know them, but the one that you may know is people like Christian Fun. I don't know if you've heard of Christian Fun.
I know him. Yeah.
I've boxed one guy called Kem. Kem Lundqvist, or I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Cash Ali's last opponent, it's the German guy.
Okay, yeah.
I beat him twice. There's another German that I beat called Granit Schaller. There's a few names, but like in the UK, I've boxed. Steve Robinson, who's on the stage.
Yeah.
Same show as, yeah. And he was Solomon Dacres a long time ago. Jose Stewart.
Yep. Know him as well.
George Fox.
Okay.
Ellis Machin. Don't know if you heard of him.
I think I've heard the name.
Yeah. There's a list. I just have to look at it to remember who I'm.
Yeah, no, you've got some nice names on there, names that we do know about. So when it comes to experience, you've got that experience.
Yeah.
You know. So when you're going back to like you're saying that it didn't end the way that you wanted it to end, what happens with it? Because it seems like you was lined up to go to the Olympics, and then what? You didn't qualify.
So the story starts off in the African Games. So in the African Games, I got all the way to the final, had 5 fights to get to the final. And then when I got to the final, there was a big robbery. Like literally, they took 15 minutes and the judges were arguing amongst each other. Like literally, everyone could see them arguing. And it took them 15 minutes to read the verdict. And so when they read it out, a riot kicked off. People started throwing chairs into the ring. And everyone had to get, you get me, security had to come and I had to get taken out of the ring. And it was a bit of a commotion. So what happened?
Oh, wow.
The Congolese committee had put a complaint forward and challenged the results, and all the judges that were on that were judging that day got suspended pending investigation, and they said that they will give us a result June 2020. So this was 2019.
Wow.
And so we went to the Olympic qualifiers. I didn't go in there with the right mindset, and the training beforehand wasn't really good. They overtrained us. They overtrained us. So when they overtrained us, when I got to the fight, well, most of us, we all felt knackered. So I couldn't get out of gear one. I was just stuck in gear one, even though I finished the fight strong and I lost on a close point, like on close points, but I could have won it. Personally, I could have won it, probably could have stopped it if things were done properly. So I'd missed out my chance. And the number one, so I was number 2 seed, and the number 1 seed messed up his chances as well. So then after the pandemic happened, when the pandemic happened, they said there's no qualifiers. The committee, I think the Olympic committee will choose who's going to the Olympics. Hello?
Can you hear me? Yeah, apologies,
Yeah,
somebody called. I did beg your pardon, sorry, yeah.
No problem. So the Olympic committee said they were choosing depending on the ranking and the seed and whatnot. So they were indecisive with me and the Egyptian. So the person who had got that gold medal from the African Games with that robbery was an Egyptian. So they was choosing between me and him. And it took a while. It took a while all the way to this year, I think May. I think this year, May, is when I really found out that I wasn't going to the Olympics. And I said, you know what, this is it. We got to turn pro. You know, that's the reason why it took this much time. Yeah. So, but he went on, I went to the Olympics and I narrowly missed it in a way. Because if he had qualified, I would have went to the Olympics too, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? Fair enough, you've done it now, you've gone pro, but when you were at that sort of like that crossroads, how did that make you feel at that point?
I was down about it, but you know, what can you do? It's already done. You can't change what's happened, so you just got to move on, and that's what I've done. I've moved on, and now I'm doing professional, and I'm happy. Like I said, I'm TKV now, and I'm gonna be an animal in the ring as a pro boxer, so I'm happy with that.
I do like that name though. Is it TKV? TKV. I like that. Yeah. Is that Congolese?
It's a Congolese name. It's a proper
beautiful
Congolese name. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I get it. Sometimes I get it with the switch. You're like, okay, clean slate. This is it. I'm going into something new. I'm switching up the mindset. This is what it is. But I just wanted to ask that question.
Yeah.
So
no, a few people asked me that already, but yeah, it's just the same answer. I'm just a different person.
Yeah. And when you say a different person, how?
I feel like I said before, I've improved with my mindset. I'm more confident, and I feel like I've improved skill-wise. So, yeah.
So the heavyweight division, I know obviously you won't have a date yet because this is all fresh. You've just signed. Talk to me a little bit about your style. I'm one of these that's always intrigued on fight styles. I like to break down fights. So I like to, you know, the heavyweight division is an interesting division. It seems to be warming up. A few of those guys you've mentioned, you know, are now like doing well, coming out, winning. All of them have got different styles. Some of them have got that, you know, that Team GB pedigree. but they're still really individual and have got those individual styles. So let us and the viewers, let us know, what is your style? Because I don't want to
To
hear
be
exciting.
honest,
I've heard exciting. What is your style?
uh, well, I like to move a lot. I like to move. I like to be agile in the ring. Use my movement, my head movement, and my feet. And I like to throw a lot of punches and at a fast pace. So when I
Oh,
say exciting, that's what I mean, as in something that no heavyweight does. So I'm trying to bring something new, which is that, like a very fast heavyweight. That's what I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to be a very sorry, let me not say entertaining. I'm just trying to. So my style is basically a come forward, slick fight. Well, a come
okay.
forward, slick fighting style. That's the way I'll put it.
And if you was to model it on like I don't know, a style that you like of a previous fighter, who
Uh,
would you say that you've got a mixture of different boxer styles? Who would you say your style incorporates?
Evander Holyfield. I used to watch him a lot. Evander Holyfield.
Okay.
Um, I try a little bit of James Toney, but you got to work on that. You got to work on that craft there.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of movement that he does that I try to incorporate in my style. And I like Gerald McCallum. I don't know if you
Yes,
heard of Gerald McCallum.
of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
his punch selection was brilliant. And Mike McCallum,
Okay.
I tried to copy Mike McCallum's punch selection, beautiful punch selection. And those are the type of people I watch and try and incorporate their styles into mine.
You've got my attention. You've got my attention because sometimes in the heavyweight you can get slower.
Yeah.
The speed styles. That may I ask, what is your actual weight?
Well, at the moment, how much I weigh now?
Your fight weight. What weight are you
Do you
usually
know
on the
what?
scales?
Right now, no. Do you know what? I vary. I fight at any weight, to be honest. But at the moment, I'm 111. But obviously,
Okay.
once the camp starts properly, which we have started already, but once the camp ends, I'll probably be maybe 107, possibly, or 108. You never know. So, but yeah, I'm not worrying about weight too much at the moment.
Yeah, no, the only reason why I'm asking, because I'm
Yeah.
thinking about your punch output, because you've
Oh,
mentioned
okay. Yeah.
speed is a heavyweight. So that's why I was trying to picture what your weight is, because we have got some fast hand speed heavyweights, but they're slightly lighter than you, slightly lighter.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to imagine how you're going to move around the ring and really, throw those combination shots, have that slick movement, that head movement, the feet. So I'm just thinking of that at
Yeah.
your weight, and it makes it that more
Yeah.
interesting. When heavyweights can move,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
It's different. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I mean.
yeah,
Because like I'm a boxing fan myself. When I watch boxing, certain things
yeah.
excite me, and I feel like that style is what's going to bring excitement into boxing. So yeah.
Yeah. So what about like any heavyweights that are out at the moment? Who would you say that you actually like their style? And to me, that's a tricky question because if you was to throw that back at me,
Do you know what?
well, I'll ask you.
You know what? I like my guy's style, Tommy Walsh. I like his style, just
Do you?
aggressive. Do you know what? He's entertaining. He just goes out there, takes
Interesting.
them out. Fabio Woodley, I like his style.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson Fury, you gotta love Tyson Fury's style. Who else is out there? Cash Ali, I feel like
Yeah.
he's doing things right, so can't complain with his style. His style is really good. Um, who else would you think in that list of heavyweights? Who do you think? I can't think of anyone else, but those are
No,
the names.
it's just the ones that appeal to you or the ones that you're obviously looking at the boxing skill.
Yeah. I'm
Because
looking at the boxing skill. Yeah.
yeah, because you can shout out the celebrity names and everyone's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like when you get into the detail of it, which one of
Yeah.
those have actually got that boxing skill?
Do
I
you know
mean,
who else has skill? Dave Adelaide. He has skill.
okay, talk to me
Yeah.
about that because
Oh
that's
no.
controversial.
You know what? He has a lot of skill from what I've seen, and obviously we spar, and I know him, and I tell people that he's got a lot of skill. He's a very good counter puncher. You know, and he's still learning. He's still learning, so you can't really knock him. And for me, he's doing well for himself. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think he's very good textbook, and he's got a textbook style. He's a very good counter puncher. He's got power. Yeah, so I like his style as well.
And he definitely, in his last bout, he definitely improved loads. From David Adelaide's last bout that he had, there's been significant improvement in his boxing. So he's with a new trainer or whatever, so they seem to work together.
It's the same trainer, but
is it?
Yeah, same trainer, but they're just working on things, you know.
Okay.
They're just working on things. When you go wrong, it's good to just work on things together.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not always good to just change trainer straight away, you know.
Well, you talk about changing trainer. You clearly haven't pulled your amateur trainer through to the pro.
What? The thing is, that was the initial plan.
Okay.
But he is very busy with the amateur club. He would have no time for me. He's out possibly every week. And he does other stuff during the day, which I won't be able to train either. So it would just be too difficult. And obviously we came to a mutual agreement, and I decided to go my way.
How does that work though? How long was you with your trainer for?
Since 2012 until this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And like the end of 2012 until this year.
So that's 10 years.
Going on, yeah.
What was that conversation like? I bet that was tough. Well, I bet it was tough. But
he doesn't really show emotion, but he was just okay with it. He said, you know what, he understands. He was quite understanding, so that was the good thing about it. So yeah.
Will you keep in contact throughout you?
Yeah, we're still in contact.
Oh, nice.
So that's the main thing.
That's good. Yeah. So adjusting to you, how did you end up with Ben?
So my management team felt like going to Ben would be the best choice, like as in he can take me where I need to go. And so we went, my management team contacted him and Barry Smith, and then they called me in for a trial, for 2 to 4 week trial. And after the 4-week trial, they were happy with me, and then now we're working full time together since September.
I want you to let us know how important it is to be able to gel with your trainer. This is somebody that you could be possibly spending the rest of your professional career with. How important is it to find a trainer? You're turning over pro to say, you know what, it's me and you.
Yeah, bro, it's very important, because if you're not gelling with your trainer, you're going to have a lot of difficulties. And we're not talking about only training. You're not going to be satisfied in training. But during your fights, you're going to have difficulties in your fights if you're not getting on and you feel like there isn't that connection, that gelling that's happening. So it's very important for me. It helps a fighter be happy. And a happy fighter, as they say, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. So that's the main thing, just finding the right coach for yourself, because it could be long term and it is your career. You can't mess it up from the beginning. You have to make the right choices.
And then even in that, then the stable that Ben's got, he's got a big stable. How is he managing? How? What have you lot all got different slots? How does that work? Because you also need to make sure you're getting the best training. So how does that work?
There's him and Barry Smith.
Okay.
Yeah. So Barry Smith does a lot of work with us as well, and so they both mix in between the work, and we do train at the same time sometimes, but we do have our own slots. So it isn't as bad. Like, we got enough space and enough stuff to do that we can split.
Yeah.
Split the times. Yeah.
Because as a boxing fan as I am, sometimes I get a little bit nervous when I keep on hearing the same trainer all the time, because I'm thinking, how is he gonna really put his time and effort? Because the trainers, they're not just trainers, are they? They're like big brothers, your dad, your confidant, everything. So if he's like training 15 people, I'm not saying that he's got that many, but if he's training quite a few people, even from the trainer's point of view, how do they then become that sponge for everybody else? Oh my days, your reception's gone again.
No, I'm not.
Your reception went off. So that's what I was saying. How important is it, like, to have that relationship with your trainer? Oh, is it me? Let me know in the chat if it's my reception. Have a look. Come in. Let's try this again. Are you back in? Oh, it's him. Thank you for that. Here we go. So now, are you standing on your 5th toe with one foot in the air?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What's going on in this research? I'm like, yo, what's going on?
You know what? I think my Wi-Fi is being shy. It's never done this before. It might be my Wi-Fi. It might be yours, but it's being shy
bills.
right now.
You must pay bills.
Don't worry, I'm paying my bills, man. I'm on top of my bills. Don't worry about it.
Nah, banter. So, all right then. So you've got the trainer. Did you have to relocate, or was you in the same location?
No.
Anyway, was it nice and easy like that?
No, I'm still in the same. I'm still in Tottenham,
Nice.
and that's probably why the connection isn't working. But I'm still in Tottenham, and Harlow's only like 30 minutes from where I live. 30-minute drive, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why BOXXER then? Out of all the promoters in the UK, or maybe even abroad, because you've got that experience elsewhere.
Yeah.
Why BOXXER?
And
I like BOXXER, so.
Yeah. To be honest, they have just signed a big deal with Sky Sports, and for me, it's new. And the fact that it's new, they're pushing all of their fighters, and there's a lot of opportunities for other fighters to come on board. There's a lot of space for everyone else to come on board and make shockwaves and make a career out of themselves, and they're doing very well. And we said we need to be with BOXXER, we need to be with Sky Sports. So my team put in a load of work. Big up to my team. My team put in a load of work for me to get to this point. So yeah, I feel very blessed to even be signed with BOXXER. You know, I'm just excited as well. It's great, man.
No, I am, because I know that they'll push you. They'll really push you. They've also signed Olympian Fraser Clark.
Yeah, of course.
Who is also
big
yet
signing.
to make his, you know.
That's a big signing. Yeah.
So you've you've got 2 nice. I think they've only got you 2, haven't they, as heavyweights?
No. There's
sorry,
Steve
Robinson. I do beg your
Nick
pardon.
Campbell, and Huey Fury. So there's only like 5 of us.
Oh yes, Huey Fury. Who did you say the other one was? Nick Campbell.
Nick Campbell. Yeah, there's only 5 of us. There's only 5 of us at the moment. So I feel like there's still opportunities for other heavyweights to come. You know, I'm not going to be the only heavyweight being said. There's more to come behind me. So I feel like they got the platform and they'll be able to push every fighter that comes on board.
Yeah, but it's nice though, because like you said, you're in the mix kind of first.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that I'm
like
in the mix first, yeah, it's true. It's very true.
So you said that you don't know when you're out next, or okay, fair enough. Obviously, with 2022, top of the year, it's nice anyway. So you'll be out at some point.
Yeah.
Are you going to start turning up to the shows to
start
to get a feel for it, and you know?
Yeah, definitely. I'll start doing that. I think the first show is Amir Khan, right? Amir Khan.
February the 5th, allegedly.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, things still go on in February because of the well.
No, the first fight. No, 5th of February is Eubank Williams. Sorry, sometimes I forget things.
Oh, they pushed it
apparently, back. Yeah. Apparently that's the 5th of February now, but I can't see it being in Cardiff because Wales is still locked down. But I don't know.
I think it might be in London.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, of course.
So that'll be something for you to be at. So.
Yeah.
Right then, so obviously, like I said, you don't know when your date's coming off.
Yeah.
But obviously, you're training now. Are you staying in the gym? Are you one of these heavyweights that stays in the gym? Because I'm seeing a lot of them not in the gym that much, and the mum in me wants to start moaning.
No, I stay in the gym. I stay even before I began working with my management team. I was in the gym, but I wasn't in the gym 24/7. But I was in the gym every week. If you get what I'm saying. So I was still sparring, still training and whatnot. But then when I got with this management, I started training like I was fighting tomorrow. So like I was training like I was in camp. So I've basically been training like I was in camp since July.
Okay, somebody's just put in the chat, this guy don't come out the gym or don't stop running. Oh, come on then. So you're one of these that likes to run?
Of course. Good. I enjoy running.
Good.
You know what, when you put in your music, I consider it like therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. Like you can run, listen to music.
Good.
For me, it's relaxing and it feels good once you're done. Because more time when you wake up in the morning, like you don't want to do a run. So once you do that run, you feel good. The day goes on smoothly. So you start the day right, you end the day right.
Oh, facts. Yeah. Facts. And it's having that mentality, especially now in this cold weather. You could easily just say, you know what, I'll leave it for today. But you see that shows discipline, because even getting up in the morning and running in the cold,
it's the worst.
Shows discipline.
Yeah.
But like you said, it sets your day off nice though, doesn't it? Because it's like, done it now.
Yeah, exactly. Like even today I was running, my hands were freezing. I said, you know what, I might make a U-turn, but I said, let me just be tough and just run it through.
I'll give you a little tip. Decathlon, even though they're not sponsoring me, and they said no, they're gloves. Yeah, because I run.
Running
I
gloves,
use Decathlon, Decathlon gloves are the one.
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
Don't know about like £3 or some rubbish.
Yeah, I know they're reasonable. Yeah, of course, reasonable prices. Yeah,
so how far do you run?
Do you know what?
Variations.
Okay, today I only did 6K. But I try to do 10K, 12K, but not all the time because I only do that when I'm with a friend. But on my own, I find it quite boring. So I'd rather run fast for like 6K, like 5 days a week or 4 days a week, rather than do 10K. I don't know. I just find it a bit boring sometimes.
That's kind of good because that would explain then. So you've got an engine?
Yeah. Well, I always had an engine in the amateurs, yeah.
Interesting. Because people don't realise that running helps build that engine.
Exactly. It's very true. It's very true.
Do you do stuff like hill sprints and stuff? I'm interested in all of this. Sorry, yeah.
Do you know what? I do, but I ain't done it in a while. So I can't say that. I'm doing it right now. I haven't done it in a while.
Guess what you're doing tomorrow then?
What? Hill sprints?
I'll DM you. Hill sprints.
What is it? What, are you joining me?
Man, if I could get down to Tottenham, I would, because I like all the boxing. I like the training.
So one day we'll set up, we'll go do hills.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
In Ali Pali, they got some big hills over there, so we'll do some over there.
Yeah. I might walk halfway up them after a big walk.
Still good work either way. We're getting work.
Yeah, I ain't chickening out. I ain't saying no.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean? So what else do you do as part of your training? So obviously we've got the runs. You seem to do some nice distances.
Yeah.
What else do you do in your training? And do you do the knockouts? Or are you like punch output? What is your kind of like results in the fights?
You know what? In the amateurs, it was more of a skillful point win. But if the knockout comes, it comes. But as a pro, it's going to be skill with knockouts. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I've been working hard for this last 8 months. I've been working on strength and conditioning, which I've been working hard on with my team. So I'm trying to be a skillful knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing.
That's interesting. Now, because I like to hear you one of these that's like power punches. So how often do you do your S&C?
Well, at the moment, it's only three times a week. I don't know if that's a maximum, but it's 3 times a week. Yeah.
And that works good. That works for you. It works for you. And what about your sparring? How much of times a week are you sparring?
Hello?
Your reception went again. I was saying how many times a week you getting any sparring in? technical. I'm not on about you beating the hell out of someone. Oh my days, he's gone again. Keeps on going. I think I'm going to have a word with Tottenham Wi-Fi services, because this is not the one. Should we try again? Oh, back in. Tottenham White. Listen, Tottenham needs to get sacked. They're getting relegated. What is going on in North London?
I don't know, man. Hey, I need to call up these internet companies.
You need to do something.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I lost my train of thought. No, I was talking about the strength.
You was talking about strength and conditioning, yeah.
Yeah.
And sparring, you said sparring.
Yeah, sparring. That's it. Technicals.
So sparring. Yeah, we do technical work. Sometimes I do body sparring with our coach, my coach Barry Smith.
Yeah.
We do a lot of technical body sparring. We work on certain things as well. But sparring I think in November, December, I was sparring maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But we slow down at the moment. Like, I haven't sparred for a while. I recently sparred my young boy Alois. I don't know if you heard of him, Alois Jr.
No.
He boxed at the Frank Warren, the 18-year-old.
Oh, let's have a look. What's his IG?
Type in Alois. Yeah, Alois Jr, I believe.
Let's have a look.
They call him the Manimal. But yeah, that's the last person I sparred, and that was like 2 weeks ago. But I'm going to begin sparring again. Yeah, so get active again. And
who are you going to have sparring now? Do the up like you? Fair enough, like I said, you're a debutant, but you've had 72. It's not like you've, all right, it's different number of rounds and, minutes, etc. I get that. But you're not going to be fighting any stiff competition to start off with.
Of course, yeah.
But in relation to this.
Sorry, say that again?
Yeah, no, that's it. You carry on, you saying it.
Yeah, so, yeah, I won't start off with stiff competition straight off. Like, we'll get our first fight. After the first fight, we're going to assess how I'm doing after that first fight. If we'll move up the level of opponents and stuff like that. So it's just that first fight will be my team's assessment of where we're going. Yeah. Our next opponent and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and it's about not rushing you.
Exactly. You got to get the right fights at the right time. Because you know what? You see, a couple months ago, I was saying, I want to start off with an 8-rounder. I want a top level fight. But people were telling me, I have friends that are professional boxers as well. They got my guy Dexter Makaza. He always tells me, you need to take your time. No matter if you feel like you're better than these opponents, you feel like you're better than other people, you still need to take your time because it's new to you. And I've taken in what he's been saying and what other people have been saying. And I've listened basically, and I feel like, okay, let's take our time. Let's see where we can go from the first fight onwards.
But I get it though, because like you said, you've got that amateur experience behind you, that pedigree behind you.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to go in all guns blazing. That's normal.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the big stage. You're fighting on some Sky Sports Boxer. Of course, you're gonna say, I can take on. I get it. I get that. But sometimes you just gotta you gotta take a set. You gotta sit back and say, you know what? Boxing is not a long career.
Yeah, you've got
to walk. You've got to walk through.
You can't just run. You can't sprint.
Absolutely,
You can't sprint this. Yeah. So
and that's it. It's just about having that
mindset. Yeah, of course. It's got to be smart. You've got to be smart about things, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I could talk to you forever because that's just what I'm like.
Yeah, no problem.
Can you just shout out your team, just so everyone knows who your management is, your trainers, just people that you want to be, say your thanks to, because it takes all of them to get you where you are today.
Well, first of all, I want to big up my amateur coach, Chris Hall from White Hart Lane, because he's the reason why I'm here today, getting interviewed. so I can never forget him. I want to big up my managers, Dummy and Courtney, Disturbing Sports. I want to big up Caesar from Whole Nine Management. They're doing a great job helping me. They've helped me get to this point and get the opportunities that I'm getting now. And big shout out to Gary Logan, and big shout out to my coaches.
Gary Logan,
that's my guy. And a big shout out to Barry Smith and Ben Davison.
Yeah. So Dion Juma, you must know Dion, innit?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That's my guy right there.
I've been trying to get him on October.
You want me to come
boxing?
Listen,
you
want me to go
grab him. Grab him and get him on.
I'll get him for you. Don't worry.
Nah, he ain't coming on. I've been trying to get him on for the longest. You know what I mean? But yeah, you sound like you got some good solid people around you.
Yeah, I've got some good people around me, and they all give me good advice as well. You know, that's the main thing. To have these people about, you can't just take them for granted. So the fact that they give me
it's true
advice and I take it on board, I mean, I'm happy with everyone that's around me. You know.
Yeah. And you know what will happen? You start winning, you start getting that bread up. You're gonna get all sorts of weird and wonderful people trying to tap into that energy, trying to throw you off track, trying to chat all rubbish. And you see people change. You see like how they are just as they turn over, and then they turn over, and then some of them, the ego just run off.
Yeah, just go for
miles in front of them.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and I'm just trying to be. I'm just trying to be me. I ain't trying to change. No way I could change, man. The people know me. I would never change. I'm trying to be me through and through. I ain't trying to change. I ain't gonna let no money change me, man. Nothing, man.
Good. Because remember, what can be given can be taken away.
Can be taken away 100%, and it can be taken away quicker than when it comes. It takes harder for it to come. Preach.
Listen. All right, listen. I'm going to let you go now. I really appreciate you coming on.
No problem.
I'm grateful.
Sorry for the bad internet, and the lighting's quite poor in this room as well. I'm sure I look just dark in here, but
don't worry about it, man. That's what we want. We want good interview with good sound. But now, seriously, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Keep in touch, because I don't like to do like one-offs. I like to like follow people and see how they are. No doubt I'll bump into you at some of the boxer shows, so we can have a convo, we can link up and talk again. But congratulations and welcome to the world of professional boxing.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So the next time.
Let's go to the next time.
Sort that Wi-Fi out.
I'll try to. Thank you.
All right, take it easy.
Okay. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.